My old friend LeBron Raymond James Sr. I read this the other day in The Athletic, and I quote, amid the constant speculation recently about LeBron James's future, both the Lakers and people close to the NBA's all-time leading scorer expect that he will be with the organization for training camp once the season begins this fall. League sources told The Athletic, period. End of statement. And I say, well, duh. I've been trying to tell you so for what, about a month now? No matter how much LeBron huffs and he puffs and he bluffs, he's going nowhere. He brilliantly took the onus and the focus off 3 straight choking fourth quarters, and of course, games 3, 4, and 5 against Minnesota. And he successfully delivered the message to his billions of blind witnesses that he still wants to win a championship now, even if the Lakers want to slowly rebuild around Luka. You pulled it off, LeBron, but no. The point is, it's that the Lakers aren't sure they can win a first-round playoff series with you. With you going 27 straight fourth quarter minutes in games 3, 4, and 5 without scoring a single point. You, the NBA's all-time leading scorer, went more than half of a game. 27 straight fourth quarter minutes over 3 fourth quarters, scoring nothing, LeBron. That's why there was no way Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss were ever going to add extra years to your contract. You were miffed and hurt over that? Seriously? Delusionally? You were very fortunate that they went ahead and gave you the $52.6 million option year, which of course you jumped at instead of becoming a free agent, which you could have been. You want to retire a Laker because you believe you were born to be a Laker in Hollywood, where your second career will commence if it hasn't already. In Hollywood, where you and your wife are building a forever hilltop home high above Beverly Hills. Congratulations. But to me, here's the new X factor you've recently inserted into your basketball equation, and that is golf. Instead of going back to the basketball lab, it sounds to me like you're now in the golf lab trying to learn to play the world's hardest game at age 40. I warned you about this a couple of shows ago. Golf is as addictive as it is difficult and incredibly time-consuming. I'm sure you figured this out. It takes, 4 to 5 hours to play 18 holes. Now you're taking lessons. I know you're taking lessons. I know you're practicing for hours and hours in ways you've never practiced making free throws, of course. And obviously. And yeah, I know Steph is a big golfer, but he's been playing at a high level since he was a kid. Steph still believes he can compete professionally. Tony Romo, my ex-Cowboy quarterback, fell into that trap when he was trying to play quarterback for my Cowboys. Tony had always been a very good golfer since he was a little kid. And he suddenly wanted to qualify for the U.S. Open, which took so much time and focus away from football, even in the offseason. Big mistake. But now, LeBron, I even hear you were out playing at the club I belong to, the best golf course, best golf club in Los Angeles, California. I'm talking about Brentwood Country Club. I've seen J.J. Redick out there. Maybe you played with him. I've seen DeAndre Jordan and Russell Westbrook. Maybe you played with them. I did say in a previous show, I'd love to see you out at Brentwood, and I'm pleased and proud that you did experience the golf course and the camaraderie at that club. It's a great place. now that it seems you've suddenly taken up golf at age 40 as you approach year 23 in the NBA, is this the first signal you're preparing for life after basketball? Is this the first indication that year 23, that sacred number worn by your hero and mine, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, that year 23 will be your last year in the NBA, LeBron? Is that the message? Is that the takeaway from you taking up golf? I mean, at 6 feet 9 inches tall, you're obviously not thinking about playing pro golf. Your eyes are just too far away from that tiny little golf ball way, way, way down there. So it seems like you're taking up golf the way Barkley did, just as a post-basketball hobby, just some alternative way of scratching your competitive itch. Though mostly Barkley's itch has scratched him back, even though he did have a nice tournament here of late out in Reno Tahoe. Congrats on that, Charles. You actually look decent for the first time in your life playing golf. And yet, LeBron, golf is even more than scratching competitive itch, because it's a great way to hobnob with studio heads. I'm sure you've thought about that. But the question I have you finally decided this is it? This year is it? That the Lakers will almost certainly force you into retirement? Because there's no way you want to go finish elsewhere. That's my takeaway. That's what it feels like to me right here, right now. The only way to prolong your career in LA would be to show the Lakers in next year's playoffs that you can play a crucial role in helping carry them on a deep, deep playoff run. But you know, and I know, you haven't been capable of doing that for really the last 3 years. You play too many minutes during the regular season. You build in the excuse, well, I just ran out of gas. And you do run out of gas, as you did against Denver 2 years in a row and against the T-Wolves this year. But rebuilding yourself into a player who could help carry the Lakers on a deep, deep playoff run would require living in the lab, the basketball lab, right here, right now. Not just for a few minutes like you did. I think you're up in New York, so your people can doctor up the shirtless shooting video. The blind witness will say, oh, he still got it. What did that take you? 15 minutes of shooting? Jump shots, not free throws, jump shots. I'm just not sure you want to make that kind of commitment to basketball anymore, Bron. So the truth is, you'd better learn how to yell, Thor! That, as I'm sure you've learned, is what you yell when you've hit a shot way right or way left, endangering other golfers on the golf course. Thor! LeBron, you have been forewarned.